Hello, viewers. I'm SB,
And I'm Amabel.
and welcome back to church here in Disco Elysium, where things are weird.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The speaker comes to life.
All
Static
right.
seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
She's so old.
Good evening. Votre accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
We know for a fact that this woman is a mere 74 years old. Take it easy on her.
Let's try this again. I think I may have the right password for the personal log.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Afterlife, death. I like that the other ones are still options. It's very strange.
Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament. Votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today?
Thanks, but I'm finished with this call.
Sleep well, votre accident.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing fluorescent play and print buttons.
I press print.
The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal.
All right, let's read the printout.
The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading, he looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Do you think this log might be connected to the case?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
Well, I'll read the second entry.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics. It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
Calm down. Electrochemistry, I have done 0 drugs other than healing drugs this entire time. You need to calm down.
What do you think he's getting so jittery about?
You need to let it go, buddy. Read the third entry.
7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need an antenna?
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
He steps on a wire running on the ground, inspecting it with his boot.
Read the fourth entry.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers. But at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front. I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible. They say I must be lying. I'm here to set it right.
A data loss?
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Well, first, artist programmers Lexi, who are all those people?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
I'll read the 5th entry.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
Alright, 6th entry.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
The lieutenant looks to his right, toward the silence.
This is really neat, by the way. I don't think I got to mention this last time. This whole like weird science fiction element in the middle is really neat.
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
But what could it be? I look at the water basins behind me.
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No ripples.
Alright, 8th entry.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work.
She must be describing a cell.
The girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
9th entry.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That's me! I was the one who broke into that radio computer. And the storekeeper must be Plaisance. That's my acting for this episode, by the way. How did you like it?
It was very good. Powerful.
Okay.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with the machine.
Alright, 10th entry.
March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air.
I like that toothpaste is capitalized. That's a choice.
Psst. Someone's coming.
Oh gosh.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
I feel like it's very judgmental to just be like, hey, we saw her, we've known her for half a second. She's strange.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
She glares at you as she holds down the off button for several seconds. The machine reboots.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
Which do I wanna?
They're both such strong
Yeah.
excuses.
We're not just breaking him. I'm pursuing a mysterious lead. Searching for my lost identity.
You won't find any answers from here.
She barely looks up from the keyboard. You hear the machine whir back to life.
It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
Okay. Well, I can go out and come back in, I suppose. Give her time to do the reboot. I don't know, she's still...
She's still what?
She's still rebooting the machine, it looks like.
How would you know?
What is it?
The woman is still hunched over the keyboard, gently illuminated by the purring machine.
I didn't break anything, did I?
No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper.
It does not look like a big loss to her.
Are you the lead programmer of Whirl Untethered by any chance?
Yes. Or, no. Not anymore. That project is dead.
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
Sorry, but who are you? What are you doing here?
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RSA radios. I have over 16 years of programming experience, and I'm proficient in both Vox and Orbis languages. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
She turns back to the terminal.
What are you doing in an abandoned church?
You really like those questions, don't you?
There's a hint of amusement in her tired eyes.
They're bloodshot. She really hasn't been getting much sleep lately, has she?
I'm a police officer. It's my job to ask questions.
I'm conducting scientific research here. You can't throw me out.
She says, ready to stand her ground.
What research?
I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait, what? She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's what her personal log said. The lieutenant raises his brows, but doesn't say anything.
A hole in the world. What does that mean exactly?
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does not exist?
She's suddenly absorbed in the conversation, waiting for your answer.
That's a little above your pay grade at the moment.
Aww. Hold on a moment. What does it mean we're now living in a world that has holes in it?
I don't know. Are we? That's what I'm trying to figure out here. But how do I figure it out?
I can't even understand how we're talking about something that doesn't exist, let alone measure it.
You measure it by its surroundings, by that which does exist, which is what I've been trying to do. I've tried using hydro transducers to record the silence, to find out where it begins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well.
You said the research isn't going well. Why not?
Because it's just trial and error, trying to locate the swallow, the exact point in space. And I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work.
It would be, but is the hole connected to the data loss in your churn?
Yes, that's what led me here. But I suspect it might be something a bit more complicated than that.
Do you have any idea where this hole might be located?
Somewhere underneath those roof beams, I assume.
She looks up, eyes trying to pierce the pitch-black heights above, but without much success.
Why there?
There's this place at the back of the church, a place where all audible vibrations seem to decease. I've named it the Swallow, and the higher you go, the less you record.
The Pillar of Silence? Are you sure it's not just an architectural quirk?
Maybe, but it's oddly close to the physical coordinates of the data loss that led me to this place.
This is where the Crab Man lives.
I know.
You don't think Crab Man might be somehow responsible here?
No, I don't.
I mean, how, right?
That's all I want to know about the scary 2mm hole in the world. For now.
Great. Thanks.
Have you seen the man living up in the rafters?
Nope.
But you know he's around.
Yes.
He's seen you.
And?
That's probably not a big deal
No.
then.
You're right. I'm not.
Her voice trails off as she bends over to tinker with the machine's printer.
Why are there so many machines in this place?
I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't touch anything.
Why do you need an antenna?
I use the AR-1 as my RAIN Prefect's processing unit.
Wait, what?
RAIN Prefect. My radio computer.
And the antenna is its processing unit?
Yes? You really don't know anything about radio computers, do you?
She has stopped working now.
Oh, no. I don't really know much about anything in this world, to be honest.
All right. Well, all radio computers perform operations up on air. So in order to gain more processing power, you need to invest in a good antenna.
Okay, so what's on air?
On the front, the unified front of radio waves, licensed and controlled by Lintel in the East Insulindic region. It's all around us. That's what on air means.
Like love.
Okay. Thank you, conceptualization. And the AR-1, is that a good antenna?
I guess it is. So far, I've been quite satisfied with it. Martinez is an unstable region with bad coverage, and the operation has been surprisingly stable. But it's not the cheapest one on the market, so I wouldn't recommend it for your regular red tape operations. Fraser 1000 is a foolproof line for civilians. Anyway, you should do some research before you decide to buy anything. Ask around, compare the prices. There are many milieus dedicated to that sort of thing.
What are you doing with your radio computer?
I'm working.
Working on what?
Could you just shh for a moment? Or get to the point. I really need to focus on something.
It's not just rudeness. It really is hard to concentrate on whatever she needs to do. And you're not helping.
What about those pools of water over there?
They are connected to my RAIN Prefect. Whatever you do, just please don't move them, okay? Thanks.
Short and terse. There you have it. Whatever she's using them for, they're hers.
Right, I'll try not to touch anything. Next question.
Great.
How do you feel about anodic dance music?
What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Okay, wow, that was quick. Why do you hate it?
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No idea what it has to do with either dancing or music.
Right. But how do you feel about a club for anodic dance music?
This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? I've got some news for you. It's not a nightclub they want to build here.
What do they want to build then?
Take a guess, why don't you?
A petting zoo, a place for animals. No, I'm still convinced they want to establish a nightclub for anodemic dance music. They said it's their dream.
I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up-and-coming entrepreneurs, will you? Thanks.
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Right, I'll let you work in peace now. Okay, well, maybe I got fooled because Kim wasn't in there. Maybe this is Kim's fault and not mine for a change.
Okay. How could he leave me to converse with people by myself? Especially youths.
Alright, let me go. Let me run around.
I mean, this is not the fastest way to do this.
Isn't it?
No.
Oh, this ride's the other way. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at navigating this world. I hope I didn't annoy her too much. I know I was a little annoying, because, you know, I like to be annoying.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely were annoying her on purpose.
Yeah, but, you know, I was trying to do it the way I annoy you on purpose, where it's charming.
It is very charming.
Hi again. So, how are things going?
He looks excited. The tips of his hair are sharp and white. The bleach has consumed almost all of the toothbrush on the mirror in front of him.
About the church, I checked it out.
And? What happened?
I talked to a shadow-clad being climbing the beams, a man living on the ceiling.
Oh man, the crab man you mean? Who is he? What did you think?
Seemed okay, to be honest. Very spiritual.
Really? Huh. Interesting. What's he doing in the church?
Just preaching and praying from the looks of it.
No matter. Is he gonna be a problem?
Yeah, Noid is right. Let's get back to the point. What are we gonna do about him?
Actually, he told me he wouldn't mind a nightclub at all.
I dunno, man. Doesn't it feel like a major hindrance to you? A spooky guy climbing around when all the guests are trying to have nice, friendly hyper time?
You're just gonna have to learn to live. You're just going to have to live with the crab man.
I guess it's not a massive problem, now that I think of it.
Everyone is welcome to dance till the morning light! Yeah!
Maybe. I guess we'll figure something out. Okay, but what about the other spooker? The one in Grandma's clothes? Did you see her?
I was using the mainframe when Suna, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident, appeared.
A programmer? That's odd. What was she like? Did you ask her about the nightclub?
She said you guys haven't been completely honest with me about your plans.
Come on, man. Who will you trust? The spooky programmer or us? We just want to make the world a better place.
Feel the love! Get down and feel it!
The stuffy tent muffles the last two words. The command fails to impress. Sounds like Egghead failed a check.
A half-hearted sell of something which does not seem worth buying.
The love? No, I'm not really feeling it at all.
You'll get there, believe me. When we've got our gear set up, things will be flowing and pumping. Anyway, now that it's settled, how did she seem? I mean, disposition-wise, about the dance club idea. Ja, oder nein? Rocking it or dropping it?
She did not like the Anodic Dance Club idea.
What a pity! That's my favourite thing in the world! And she doesn't like it at all!
A shame. What can we do now? Do you see a way out of this jam? And into a laser-lit future of dance and unity?
Unity! Dance!
She made it very clear that she won't leave until her own project is finished.
And you can't just evict her?
No, I won't evict her. We have to come up with a different solution.
Look at you, Honor Man!
No, Noid. He's right. Maybe we've approached it the wrong way after all. I'm sure there's a workaround. We can make a deal not to bother her. If that's okay with her, we only want to get in the church and spread the joy and ecstasy of music.
Mm-hmm.
The lines in the dark exist! Coexist!
At least Crabman seems like an advanced being. He's hard. He'll understand.
Yeah, he can do his climbing thing in the tower. And the programmer, does she like Anodic dance music?
She absolutely does not. Really, truly despises it.
Egghead cannot believe what you just said. It makes him pump the jam
Oh, no.
a little slower for a moment, but then he returns to the full swing of it.
No worries. We'll figure it out. If coexisting fails, you can always muscle her out, right? If it's all okay with you, what do you think?
I refuse to throw her out, but I can try convince.
Change
Yeah.
your mind?
Well, I want them to really try coexisting.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'll do the first one.
Excellent. Good luck, my friend.
He smiles wide, like a replica of his friend with the large head.
That's it for now.
Goodbye, officer.
Because I have been waiting for several episodes
Yeah.
to return to an apartment building after 9 o'clock today. It is now 9:06. So let me get to my fast travel area.
Yeah, fair enough. You're not like in the middle of anything.
What? Why are you all...
What?
What? I'm in the middle of an investigation. This is part of my investigation.
Sure. That's like I said. Hey, I'm on your side here.
Doesn't always feel like it. I love you.
Oof. Oof. Right in my feelings. Right in my heart place.
Wait, is this the... No, where... It's over here.
There are 2 doors to this building. So, Amabel, why are you so fixated on this bit in particular? What is it about
Because-
Martin Martinez that's got you hooked?
Because he may have seen the people stringing up the guy, might give me additional information.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
The young man on the balcony gives you a bright smile before taking another drag from his cigarette.
Too many of these people smoke. It's not good for them.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. And his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Yes, the cleaning lady let us in.
It's
Beautiful.
it says something that's an electrochemistry result.
Yeah.
As he looks at you, something sparkles in his eyes.
So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Why would we make them right when we could make them spectacular?
Yeah, okay. I'm not going to make things just right. I'm going to make them spectacular.
Beautiful.
A nearby street lamp casts shadows on his chin, drawing out the slender cheekbones.
I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
Very well, I'll talk to him, but first I want to talk to you. I have so many questions.
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you. It's my friend you're looking for, not me.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and looks around. It's getting dark and the neighboring windows have lit up one by one.
Besides, I've got to run.
Go if you must. I don't care. I don't care about people leaving me all the time.
Don't worry, we'll meet again. Come find me in the bar of the Whirling some evening.
Is he hitting on me?
I mean,
The hand on the shoulder.
you're kind of hitting on him.
Am I?
I mean, that like that. I don't care about people leaving me all the time. Is definitely like some guilt. Like, oh, come on, stay.
Okay.
A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body.
Well, what I'm trying to do is make Kim jealous, is what it is. All right, go then.
Take care, alright?
Wow. That was worth a lot of XP. He says with another disarming smile before slipping off into the night.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
There's something so different about him I can't put my finger on.
Different, of course.
His shirt. Why is his shirt always unbuttoned?
His shirt.
The lieutenant squints his eyes, trying to hold back laughter. He gets what's happening.
His shirt.
His shirt.
He's trying to dive deep into the mysteries of his shirt.
His shirt? No, I don't know why his shirt is always unbuttoned.
His mouth tightens as though trying to hold something back.
Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
He nods at the apartment door before you.
Okay, but first, I need to be properly... Alright.
You don't think
Let's see what
this
we got.
jacket over a mesh tank top is the proper attire for this?
Trauma... Well, what do I have? See, I have... Shivers, suggestion... Do I have anything that is... I don't know what this conversation is going to be like.
For?
I don't know. I don't know, so I guess I can go with what I got.
Okay. It's, it's quite an outfit. I think it makes a statement. It projects personality. You found a quarterly business magazine. Also, a party dragon's silk robe. An old photo of the same apartment, dated year 01. Buckets of paint on a layer of old newspapers. And as you walk around, this guy is nervously trying to make conversation. An exquisite canopy bed made of metal. None of this is weird. Dishes soaked up in a pot.
I know what that's like.
An empty ashtray. Flyers for underground parties.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
The man in business casual removes his cufflinks.
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stabilité on assignment from Sur-la-Clé. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Before we go on, I absolutely have to inquire about this wonderful canopy.
Oh yes, my friend has a great eye for these things. He refuses to tell me where it came from. It's a mystery. I believe they call this type of frame industrial. It's very comfy. That's really all I can tell you about it.
He forms a little rooftop with his fingers. Cold air sweeps in from the balcony.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
You actually witnessed the lynching?
I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
The man gives a solemn nod.
He didn't see the hanging. He saw the little show staged by the Hardys. Let him talk. He may know more than even he knows.
Good job, Logic. Start from the beginning, if you don't mind.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play.
He holds out his hands and blossoms his fingers, like a drama teacher setting the scene.
What do you mean, like in a play?
It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
That lines up with previous testimony, doesn't it? Well done, detective.
Thank you, sir. I think we've got the picture. Anything else stand out?
Only that there were about 8 or 10. I couldn't make out anything. It was so dark. And it was quiet. Quietest lynching I've ever heard of, let alone heard. But I suspect you knew that already. I can't say I'm surprised. The fine reputation of the men and women serving in the RCM is well deserved.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez?
The Coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight.
Okay, but what are you doing here in this apartment?
Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the Coalition forces landed here. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here.
What is this international community?
La communauté internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the Coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution.
And what do I call the coalition?
Your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. The RCM is but one part of this provisional administration.
What is the price stability?
It is the most important thing.
That doesn't tell me anything.
It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stability.
Basically, it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change.
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%.
Below 2% of what?
But not too far below, no. 2 below is also bad. Below, but close to 2%.
You're not answering my questions at all.
The Coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet?
Okay, sure. Give me a leaflet.
A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stability is the raison d'être of the moral intern. It's the reason why I identify as a moralist. But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency.
I've heard about this moral intern before, but I want to know more.
It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the Coalition.
Mind babies is deeply unpleasant.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So what I'm hearing is that we're moral intern bitches?
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern.
You know, Kim, I gotta disagree with you.
Are you a moralist?
But of course.
But why?
Because moralists believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values.
To be clear, I was disagreeing with the first half of Kim's statement, not the second half.
Yeah. But what is a normal, stable world?
The Occident is part of the normal world. Oranje, sur la clé.
Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else.
What about the rest of Revachol? Is it part of the normal world?
Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
He gives you an approving nod.
Well, Democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital.
Of course, the detective's personal views do not represent the views of the RCM.
And Kim's out here like, hey, listen, I'm not necessarily anyone's bitch.
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work.
I mean, it sounds to me like the message of the revolution is that cannons do work.
You're telling me this world here is working out well?
It's moving towards the right direction, and that's all that matters. Progress is measured in centimeters, my friend.
That is the...
Easy thing to say from certain positions.
Yeah.
Now, enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to ask?
Enough business to talk about something else.
Whatever you wish, officer.
Can you tell me about your friend?
Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters.
How did you two even become friends?
How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Peninsula? Oil platforms ablaze in the night? Civil wars lasting for years? Finally, the international community is forced to step in.
What are you talking about? No one becomes friends that way.
Au contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are. Meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too.
You still haven't told me who he is.
Sorry. Who?
Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him.
But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization.
Fine, but what's his real name?
Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. I'm sure you have your own methods and databases, right? Please don't put me in this situation.
So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts.
He's deeply enmeshed in the study of the fine arts, yes.
Which arts?
He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the arts. Perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for a talented youth like him.
What are you doing in his apartment by yourself?
I'm just enjoying the view.
Isn't it rude for your friend to leave you alone like this?
We're old friends. Nothing's taboo between us. He comes and goes. I'm sure you'll see him around. He's very active.
All right.
I'm all ears, officer.
Well, I'm not going to do the third. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Thanks. I've got all I need.
A moment, officer. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave.
Yeah, thanks for the heads up, but my work here is done.
Of course. I'm glad I could help.
Is that what happened?
That's not what happened, but...
Transparency has always been our highest priority.
Okay. So I have
So you have a skill
up.
point,
I have...
which you could use in a variety of ways.
Yeah, well, I have some checks.
I think that one's definitely spent. This thing is sometimes
It's not.
it's a little unreliable.
All right. Well, let's get out of here. Let's find out what. I know one check that I need that I want to make is a perception check. I want to figure out what's going on with that freaking window. But there's also the Titus Hardy check.
It's always all about Titus Hardy with you.
Because
you got a real Titus hard on.
I will tell you,
I
was so happy when I completed that check, and the fact that it was like the first of like, I don't know, probably 12 checks I have to do to progress the plot with this Dice Hardy guy is
I mean, you progress the plot. You progress the plot a bunch of times. It's in a very progressed location right now, I would say. This feels right. You belong here.
Alright, let's... That's definitely a perception check. Talking to Titus is what kind...
It's
we
you
wait
again.
the 2 minutes
What
for
is
him
it?
to walk up.
It's a patience check, if anything.
Okay, it's a logic check.
Yeah.
I'm at 8%. So if I... Yeah, well, why don't we do it as... Let's try it as a logic check, I guess.
Okay, well, you don't want to put the skill point in now.
Before I do the check? I don't? Okay.
Well, why?
Well, alright. Do I have my most logical clothes on? Is that what I have
You are
on?
+2 logic right now. That would probably be the case.
Okay, let me...
Well, that's a very logical hat. Super logical for a cop to wear this. It does give insensitive bachelor party vibes, though. This tawny cone-shaped hat looks like a beacon of Samarian wisdom. Its straws sticking up like antennas. Thank God you can't really see people's reactions when they see you strolling around in this incredibly insensitive headpiece.
Okay.
It's you again. What is it?
Now that I'm feeling as logical as I ever have, Titus.
Alright, 17... That's better.
Like it makes way more sense to attempt the check, then logic point, then attempt to check again, right?
Oh no, he's stuck again.
Oh.
Please, someone, just animate him. I got nothing.
Okay.
Oh, that was so close.
That was close.
Get a move on, asshole. Stop standing with your dick in your hand. Your mouth is open. Close it. It's really going to help if you do. Say something. If you say something, you can jolt out of the stupor. Just one sentence. Here we go.
Thanks, guys. Let's get moving, Ken.
Gladly.
Take off now. All right. So,
Okay, I will say, if you had put that skill point in before rolling that, the check would have passed.
Yeah.
But math-wise, this is still solid. This does mean you didn't actually put the skill point.
What is it?
What?
I don't think you actually did the thing. Right? Did you hit? Okay, you did hit accept.
Yeah.
Never mind.
I fear we just can't piece this puzzle together. At this point, the only sensible thing to do is get someone else to put the pieces together.
All right, Kim, you've had a long enough time to come up with a theory. What you got?
I think it's best we just dive in. What makes you so sure Ruby didn't kill him?
Because she was here, all night, with us.
He's cobbling together shit so he can put her away. It's Cop 101.
She was here all night? 11:30 to 12:15? She was here during all that time?
All 45 minutes of it?
Yeah, with us, drinking, near the stage there.
He points to the karaoke stage.
She didn't go to the toilet?
No.
That's a lie.
In the whole 45-minute window, she is with you all the time.
All right. She took a fucking leak, okay? For one moment. Maybe went out, too. She has a complex operation to run from her lorry. She's a busy girl. Always has been.
Oh, it's probably the... Okay.
Of course. Ruby is the lady driver in this great big jam mystery. Probably. You'll have to keep investigating. They'll never open up about it.
What logic said?
Just 'cause she was gone for 5 minutes doesn't mean she magically got to the roof and shot the merc. I've been through this. It's not plausible.
Noted brain genius Titus Hardy.
All right, we're in. We got Ruby unaccounted for sometime during the window. This was crucial. Now let's place her on that roof.
You do agree the shot came from the roof, right?
Why not? You can't draw a straight line into Clausia's window from any of the surrounding buildings. Not from what I know about Martinez. Maybe from the coast. But like I said, I've been too busy dealing with you idiots. So no, I don't think it was a sniper. It was close up.
There's a 72% chance the bullet came from the roof.
72%. There's a percentage and all. Where'd you get it from? Your guys in the lab?
Definitely lie. The truth is not credible.
Yes, we have a ballistics lab in Coron. We consult in cases like these.
Wouldn't hurt to have one of those in Martinez. Still, all the labs in the world don't put her on that roof. How'd she get there? Climb?
Have you noticed the winch out back on the outer wall of the whirling?
I've seen the winch. I'm not blind. You saying she reeled herself up by her collar? Like some kind of...
He can't come up with an analogy on account of being such a brain genius.
Some kind of reeling yourself up thing.
Kidding?
Glenn.
Let's go with that. Point is, it's just a rusty winch. It doesn't put her on the roof.
She could have gotten to the roof from somewhere inside the whirling.
Nah, the only way up there is through Clausia's room.
How much do you guys know about this place?
We've only been drinking here for what? 6 years? How much do we know?
Been thinking of getting wilding in racks. That is on my ass, boss.
Why would you do that?
Why would you volunteer that?
There you go. Tatted on his ass. We know the place.
There's a locked door in the kitchen, another on the roof. Ever been through those?
No, but that doesn't prove anything.
It's just 2 dolls. We're not giving you Ruby for that. She's one of us.
What if they're connected by the winch, Eugene? That is your name, right, Eugene?
I like that he leans closer to Eugene. Kim's very... I kind of wish that I was playing as Kim instead of Harry. Kim seems like he knows what he's doing.
Well, no, you're getting all confused. This is the classic Rainbow Six problem, the Ding Chavez problem. You see Kim being smart and effective, and you're like, I wish I was like that. But Kim is smart and effective because the computer is controlling Kim. If you were controlling Kim, no offense, please don't take this the wrong way.
Okay.
But if you were controlling Kim, he would be exactly as much of a fuck up as Harry is now. The trick is you got to leave the competent one to the AI. You take over for somebody who's doing a bad job so that you can do a better job than they're doing.
Maybe. I'm only given the fuck up options. And Kim...
I mean, that's what you say. Maybe you're only earning the fuck up options. Do you ever think about that?
Okay, that's fair.
Did you ever consider that, Amabel?
Yeah.
If they're connected, she could have gone to the kitchen, gone up, shot him on the roof, then come down. All in 5 minutes. How about that?
Yes, she could have. This is one long shot.
He shakes his head, but the look in his eyes shows interest.
Tell you one thing. I liked how that goddamn winch came up again. That was nifty.
Have we firmly established Ruby could have had access to the roof where the man was shot?
Firmly? Try shit on a stick. All you've established is a possible route to the roof that you haven't found. And even then, our Ralph doesn't put that bullet in the Burke's head. A gun does that, and Ruby doesn't carry one.
Phase 2. Murder weapon. Get a gun in her hand. If not that, then at least a shadow of a doubt. In the shape of a gun. Just don't contradict yourself. If it doesn't sound like Ruby did it, maybe keep it to yourself.
I mean, that is real information.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna. Okay, let's just go with it. The local pawn shop sold my lost gun to a woman. Maybe it was. Well, no, because. No, that's ridiculous. Because I came here after the murder, guys.
That's a
this
good.
is Revachol.
That's a good point that I did sort of momentarily forget.
Anyone can get a gun around here. Anyone.
Look, fucko. Ruby and I are pretty tight. She would have showed me the gun if she had one. She knows I love guns.
That makes sense for Glenn.
Yeah, everyone knows Glenn loves guns.
I don't know, Glenny. Ruby's a little secretive, isn't she? Wasn't like she told you every little thing.
Here's the thing. I know that what Shanky's doing right now is helpful to us, but a combination, I think, of the vibe in the room and everything he said previously, it's so hard for me not to respond immediately with, Shanky, shut up!
Yeah. Klasa said Ruby takes care of things. You don't do that without a gun in Revachol.
She organizes things. She doesn't whack people. That's not the kind of person she is. She's a talker.
It's clear this one is protective of her.
Easy now, Glenn. What he's trying to say is, people who don't have guns don't shoot people. You need a gun for that. You can't prove she has one.
You don't need to prove anything. Doubt is enough for now. And Titus must have some.
I didn't say I'd prove she had the murder weapon. Just that we need to find her.
All right, Cole. Keep talking. I'll tell you when I've had enough.
T, we're not seriously considering it, are we? Ruby wouldn't do this. Why would she do something like this?
Phase 3. Motive. The last component.
I'm going with the first one. It's not why did she kill him. It's why did she organize the cover-up.
And I suppose you have a theory on that.
She could have just been covering up for herself, Titus.
It is like a pretty simple...
Why go through all that effort?
Yeah.
It was her idea, wasn't it? The hanging. You went along, but she suggested it.
She had, like, a fully formed plan and shit. Right when she came back downstairs.
Really, Shanks? Claudia wanted to talk to another girl, that's all. She was just the first one up there. I could have come up with that plan if I'd have been first.
Time for a logics demonstration.
Oh boy. Well, you did buff your logic up as much as you could.
Okay.
It's a good thing we're wearing this very good, useful hat.
All right, I'm not gonna go after Titus here. It's me, Eugene, or Shanky, and I'm not sure.
Shanky's turning into a little bit of an asset here, like.
Yeah, so maybe Eugene then. Thanks. I need a little bit of help there, sweetheart.
Oh, that's interesting. I was making the point that it might be good to use Shanky here.
Oh, okay. Can you walk me through that?
Well, like, Shanky already has doubt, right? Like, I think he's most likely to play along.
Okay. I mean, Shanky's definitely like a weak. I mean, there's a lot of weak links in this chain, but
yeah,
Shanky's definitely one of them.
So Eugene is like already trying to make excuses for her, right?
Yeah. All right, Shanky. Let's assume you killed him.
I didn't do it, fucker. It wasn't my plan.
I know, Shanky, calm down. This is called a hypothetical. Listen to me.
You probably did, though.
That's not okay.
It's just a thought experiment. Think, Shanky. You killed him. You got up there, shot him, cut down.
Would you prefer to go on trial with your buddies as part of a lynch mob or alone for committing murder?
Fuck you, man. I would never fuck my guys over like that.
He squeaks with indignation.
She didn't either. She would never do that. Why aren't more of you defending her? This is fucking stupid, Titus.
Glenn, I thought the same thing when she skipped town and left us in this shit.
Oh, so he didn't rule her out completely. And she skipped town. This is good.
Titus, you have to see it. Things don't add up. We need to talk to her.
Silence. He looks around the room. The old man in the corner nods.
Yeah, I see it. There's one more thing I've been wondering about. Ever since you asked me where she is. Add it to your list of suspicions, if you want. I don't know where she went. She just got up and left. Got real scared, too. Wouldn't tell me where. However hard I asked. Want to know why?
I do not like the way he said hard there.
I don't either.
I think he was probably he's probably trying to imply, like, I got tough with her and it wasn't good enough. But what it really sounds like, just the way he said it, really sounds like an innuendo.
Yeah. Why?
She was afraid I would tell you. Maybe she was right. By now, I probably would.
She knew there's evidence on her, and she knew we'd find it. This is typical suspect behavior, why fleeing is always incriminatory.
Oh, boy.
Perhaps. Ask her if you find her. It won't be easy, though. She made sure of that.
When did she leave?
Friday afternoon, when you first arrived. I got word the RCM was in town. Then she came in to see me. Told me she was leaving. That's when we had our little conversation.
What was she scared of?
I told you. You.
Me as in the RCM?
No, you. As in the cop with the sideburns and the disco clothes.
That first... This is kind of funny. That first option seems a little out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I think for you, but like it wouldn't have been for my detective. I feel like I saw way more than you have. Way more of these options about like, I am the coming of the end. I am the void. Like I had a very clear line I could have pursued as like the apocalypse cop. I chose not to, but it was definitely there. I feel like it's been a little bit less present in your playthrough.
Yeah. She probably knew me from my singing days.
Yeah, that's real funny. She wasn't laughing, though. You know, when I first saw you limping here, I thought she was paranoid or sniffing her own supply. But now I'm not so sure.
What else did Ruby tell you about me?
She said you have a funny taste in clothes and that you won't stop.
Won't stop?
Until you have something on her. She said she's heard of you from Jamrock, that you're a human can opener, that you play suspects against each other, open them up like cans.
That does not sound like something I'd be capable of doing.
Fucking hell. Titus, did he just...
Open Angus up like a can? Yes, he did. Now, we can whine about it, whack him, or we can go on with our lives. I'm having to go on with our lives kind of day, Al. How about you?
Silence. He nods.
I mean, like, you're saying, like, I don't know if I'm capable of that, but, like, you literally have done it several times already, right?
Okay, yeah.
It's like, even just right here in this room with Titus and these dudes.
I'm just so used to fucking up when I try to do anything.
But the thing is, like, like the fucking up is part of it, right? The way you have fucked this up has been useful.
Am I like a suicidal Columbo? Is that true, Kim? Am I a can opener?
You are insistent.
Anything else? Anything?
Yeah, there was something else. She wouldn't tell me, though. I could see she wanted to. It was burning on her lips. This caught Titus. This caught Pete. But she was too scared.
Scared? You should be too. A strange fear creeps over you. A metallic taste in your mouth. Change the subject.
See, now
Everyone
that's...
has a file on you, but that's bogus. What she knows comes from somewhere else, from Jamrock. It must be real stuff.
You're saying here?
That's, like... That's interesting, right? There's something about you, and you know what it is. Somewhere, deep down.
Do you have any clues on where Ruby went?
She's not far. We know that much. She didn't take her lorry, so she's on foot.
Good fucking luck, man. She knows this place like the back of her hand. You'll never find her.
Yeah, Al. And we won't either.
She's not really a hardy candidate anymore, is she?
Aw.
She's not, Glenn.
Poor Glenn.
Have you looked for her?
A little. On the coast.
Where have you looked for her, more precisely?
More precisely, on the coast, past the waterlog. She's not here, so I'm thinking she's there.
Can you tell me where on the coast I should start looking?
Sure. There's some shit houses there. A cinderblock town. The fisherfolk there refuse to unionize. So, that's one place we haven't looked. I hear they have a shack where junkies sometimes crash. Time for you to step up.
We will start there. One more question. What does Ruby look like?
Oh, right, yeah.
Boyish. Hair's red. Dyed. She looks like a Lowry man.
It's good. That's good thinking, Kim. It's important information.
It's not much, but it will do.
It'll have to.
He puts his hand out.
Yeah, if this means I'm done talking to him forever, I will shake it.
His grip is firm and reassuring, like holding a piece of unpolished granite. Not just granite, tightly packed RCM Sergeant material.
I will just think it. I'm not... No.
No, he already is a sergeant. That's what you're feeling. He just wasn't sure what you are.
Okay, well that's interesting.
And this is a perception check.
It is, yeah. Do you wanna,
Yeah?
Stop, hold...
What?
Do you wanna... Let's end the episode.
Okay, I didn't know how we're doing on time.
Yeah, we're like 70 minutes in here. But that's gonna be it. That's... Look, you got some important information. Some things happened. Some critical stuff occurred. That's going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, we've got something of some considerable import to pursue. And we'll see you then.